a way of life. Hope everybody had a nice long weekend. Just wanted to come on here to do the fall astrology. Before I get into that, I had a lovely event this weekend and got this beauty. I mean, look at her. Ooh, takes all the negative energy away. This thing is so pretty. Just wanted to show my little new friend. Added to the collection. All right. So falls are about endings. It's time to bring in for harvest. So at this time, a lot of people are getting ready to just bring stuff in, like preparing to get winter clothes or, fall like clothes. Something a little bit more than summer clothes, or you could be doing this in the house where you're like changing and rearranging things and making it more fall like, getting more fall items and things of that nature. So it's to bring in, to prepare for harvest. Um, on October 13th, Mars will be closest to the Earth, along with a T square to all the planets in Capricorn, which is Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. By now, Saturn and Pluto will have been direct. They're not retrograde anymore. Saturn and Jupiter are not retrograde anymore, but Pluto is still in retrograde. Um, and then it'll also square the moon. Um, this is a really tough angle, really volatile angle. We could experience a second wave of corona, um, causing more challenges, much like we seen back in April, springtime when this was happening. Normally, because of Libra season, I would say this would be more of a time to resolve issues because Libra is about being the mentor, coming in between to mediate. But even Libra, all cardinal signs are um, going through some really tough challenges right now. So all the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. We're having very stressful angles. So you know, there's a possibility for a lot of the coronavirus stuff to just come up again in a different way. It could either be more volatile or, they come with some interesting packages, like um, just offering something for something. You know what I mean? There could be. I feel like we've learned a lot since the last time with all these other retrogrades, and those planets have now gone direct. I feel like we're in a better place. We've kind of gotten used to this, and we've learned some new things with that Virgo energy. I think the best advice is to really work in smaller portions because you can get burnt out. Um, Prepare to be stuck in the house, do what you got to do to start getting canned goods and stuff, things of that nature. Um, water, water, and eating more healthy. Try to stay on the Virgo, like whatever you're learning from this month, September, when I'm recording this, try to keep that daily schedule of incorporating some kind of health regimen within your daily routine. I think that would be super helpful to help you get through this time for whatever may be coming up for you. Um, Obviously, with another wave of coronavirus, with the possibility of another wave of coronavirus, there could be a lockdown in November. Mandatory testing for COVID. They could say that they have a cure, and the incentive is maybe they'll give you something, or you can go out if you agree to get tested. I don't know. It could be something like that. There could be some more social unrest. Kids, the young teenagers, Mars and Aries rules that age group, teenagers to the young adults, age like 20, 21. I talked about this in another video where I think that there's a possibility that they could act out if they have to be forced to go back in the house, and get really angry and frustrated, and possibly stand against it, protest. Okay. That's a possibility. But more than anything, this is going to be about survival issues again. So making sure you have food, because we could experience a food shortage. We did see the possibility of a food shortage back when this happened, back in April, May. And we've seen the prices rise in food. So again, just being prepared with like canned goods, water, eating more healthy, you know, just keeping those things in the back of your mind. Um, all this is going to be going on during election season. So, what's that going to look like? Are they, is there a bigger plan behind, keeping Donald Trump in presidency, or the last presidency? I've heard a lot of things going around about, he would be the last president. There will not be another presidency, which, to be quite frank, I don't believe anything that they say. Honestly, anytime these big events go on, to me, what I always think of is, what laws are they passing without everybody else knowing? That's just my personal opinion. That has nothing to do with astrology. But either way, I personally don't have an opinion. These are just some of the things I see within the astrology. So, um, yeah. Yeah. What else do we got going on? So on December 14th, we'll have another eclipse, and actually, we'll have three in total. So December 14th will be eclipse season. Actually, it starts 6 months before and 6 months after. So a lot of the things that will be coming up around this time, you could be experiencing again for another 6 months. So I'll be doing eclipses for, I'll have horoscopes, readings. I'll be doing massive, massive stuff around that time, but you can go on my Patreon page and see the eclipse for Sagittarius and Gemini to see what could be coming up for you. And you can do that on my Patreon page. I'll try to make sure to leave the link in the comment section. So, we had four total six. Typically there's only four eclipses every year. This year we had six, so that's just another indication of some abnormal energy, along with all the other abnormal energy we've had during this entire year. That change is upon us, right? Then we'll have the Great Conjunction happening right on the winter solstice. I actually think this is the better of the energy. There's more positivity within this going on, because it's involving Jupiter, and Jupiter gives blessings on a massive level. Anything Jupiter touches, it expands. So, something positive about the challenges that we've been going throughout this entire year, because it was in Capricorn, and it had a lot to do with that stellium of energy in Capricorn. So, like I said, we've been learning stuff. I don't really foresee as much negativity as we experienced during the springtime with all the riots and all that stuff. I foresee that we have some new tools, new ideas on how to deal with this time better. That's my positive side of this, but there are always two sides to a story, and there is a great possibility that this can be on the heavier end of this energy, which is not good. You can go back and listen to all my Mars and Aries horoscopes. I did a mini reading on Donald Trump as a president and what this kind of could look like. So I'll try to leave that link down below too. But I don't want to get into that energy. I just feel like we've surpassed some things, and I do really feel like we'll come up with better solutions this time. Um, the interesting part about this time is going to be how the holidays are going to play out for everybody, especially with it being such a big religious thing. Are they going to protest? Are they going to fight for their rights to be able to celebrate in person? Are people going to act out and be like, with all these travel restrictions, are they going to say, bump that, it's the holidays, I'm going to go see my family? Or again, will the government open up everything to eliminate that possibility to, like have a bigger conversation about how, right? Because again, we got new solutions to things. So will they open it up and say, for the holidays, you can? And, it'd be wrapped in some pretty little gift or whatever. Are people gonna get creative and start celebrating online? Like, what is a holiday season going to look like with all these changes going on? It's gonna be super, super interesting. Um, I don't know. The possibility for all three options are there. I can say that. Um, yeah, I really, again, I just don't see there being any negatives, but the way this year has gone, you just never know, especially now with Uranus in retrograde, the possibility for unexpected gifts, okay? Unexpected events that is ruled by Uranus. I don't know. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see. I do, however, feel like even though, so Walmart canceled Black Friday like months ago, which by the way, I'm super excited for that. However, we can still do Black Friday online. So it's not necessarily canceled, it's just canceled in person. What I do foresee with Jupiter being in here, like how I talked about Zoom having that overload on my career and business webinar, I do foresee there being a lot of issues with, mailing and deliveries and getting your stuff to you. That is going to be a problem. I would say try your best, even though really it's not going to make a difference, to support the smaller businesses. It might be better because everybody's obviously already going to go straight to Amazon and all these other stores if they're not closed down. I don't even know what's open. I know a lot did open, but that's going to be interesting. And that I do see issues. That's an obvious one, right? For Christmas especially. As far as Thanksgiving, it'll probably be a lot smoother. Um, Again, the only other issue I could foresee is that people really wanting to go see their family, and if they have these restrictions, travel restrictions, people might fight back and be like, "I don't care what you say, I'm going to see my family for the holidays." So, again, we'll see. It'll be very, very interesting to see what's going on. But I hope that you found this helpful. And if you want a reading, you can send me an email at awayalife. Life is spelled LYFE 5 at gmail.com. Peace.